What the f?
I don't know.
Eponymous. What does that mean? Who wrote this? What does eponymous mean?
What's what?
What does eponymous mean?
Eponymous. Yeah, eponymous team.
What does eponymous mean?
I don't know, but it's a word.
Yes, yes. Another week, another Chatterbox, and the boys are back. Oh my days. Season 2 finale. Oh, we're about to get into this one. Before we get started though, this is Chatterbox. My name's Dan. And in the house, we got a full team here. It's your boy P.
Yeah.
The ladies love Andre. The brother Sean.
Yo.
And obviously, it's the OG. There's Wagwan G.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Come on. The Boys Season 2 finale. It's an American superhero web television series developed by Eric Kripke from Prime Video, based on the comic book of the same name by Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson. It follows the obviously named team of vigilantes as they combat superpowered individuals who abuse their abilities. Now, I was really excited to see this second season, but before we explore the whole series and the finale episode in more detail, was this finale a hit or a miss for you guys?
Yeah, the second season was an absolute hit for me. You know, the new and old characters were excellent, and the story and drama did not disappoint.
Yeah, it was a hit from beginning to end. I loved it. Oh.
It was a hit, not as good as season 1, but it was a hit.
Season 1 was banging, but season 2 definitely a hit.
There was so much that went on. I don't think it could be a comparison because season 1 set the scene. Season 2 took us into the storm. No puns in regards to some of the character names. And overall, I really enjoyed it. Now, a lot happened in that final episode, let alone the whole of season 2. Do you think it was better than the first season finale? Just on that one episode.
We learned a lot more about the characters and the relationship. Development between the characters was executed really well. It had a lot of action, which followed on from the first season. So, I mean, you know, I think they smashed it.
Like you said, Dan, I think the first season and then the finale were building the characters. And the second season, it just ups everything. And I think like the characters are they're more well-rounded. And I think it culminated in something good. Like the action, like Sean was saying, was great. And I think the storylines coming to an end on this episode were great. I just think, yeah, it was better than the first season finale.
I'm not going to try and put a spoiler out for no one, but there was a big death in this finale. Do you think it was earned?
You know, you could see it coming, if I'm going to be honest with you, but it didn't disappoint at all.
Yeah, I definitely think it was earned. Like, I think there's no other way it could have ended, to be honest. Like, after the first season finale episode, the finale, she came back. Then there's a little to and fro with Butcher. And I just think, with the son and everything, I just think there's no way she can stay with Butcher. Otherwise, he's happy. And we can't have Butcher being happy. So, you know, that's the way it has to go, I think. And yeah, so it was well earned for me.
You're mean, man. Why can't Butcher be happy? Leave Butcher alone. I want Butcher to be happy.
I'm going to watch
that. Come on. Now, the Deep and A-Train, two characters that haven't had much to do this season or in the final episodes. Are there too many characters in this show to adequately serve? Or do you think maybe they've got these characters hidden away so they can come back and do something new in a later season?
You know, Deep and A-Train in the second season, basically they were pointless. I literally can't think of the Deep's relevance in the whole of the second season. A-Train, the only thing he actually did was to bring the files, but apart from that, he was kind of pointless. I know they were trying to link it with the church and stuff like that, but when you look at the character Lamplighter, he had more relevance than Deep and A-Train combined. So, yeah, were there too many characters? No, but it was obvious that the writers didn't know what to do with two of the main characters from season 1.
Not too many characters, but they gave the other characters more of the roles. Obviously, bringing in a new character, Stormfront, you know, she just took over everything. She's just mad crazy, man. She suited Homelander to the T. So there was a lot of focus on them too, really and truly. So the other characters, especially A-Train and Deep, they just kind of fell into the background and they were more or less forgotten. Remembered on a couple of occasions, but then forgotten again.
I always enjoy a season finale, and I always look out for certain bits of it that are going to stand out to make that episode really special. What were your highlights in this final episode?
My highlights were the conclusion of the Stormfront story, like her fight with the ladies, like Maeve and all of them. Like, I think that was nice. Like, and then what the son did to her, even though she's not dead, and she'll probably come back, but how and when will she come back? Like, I think those were highlights. I think Homelander was definitely a highlight in that episode. You can see there's a scene where it's going close to his face when he's talking, and you can see the eyes, like the acting from Anthony Starr is just great because his eyes are just turning. You can feel the craziness coming from him. And then there's a scene where he's like I'll do it for you. He's like, and you know what he's doing? And he's on the roof, and that man just busts. He busts all over the place. He busts all over the place. He busts all over the place. It was just, yeah, it was mad. It was mad. That's my highlights.
Now, what are your thoughts on the second season as a whole? Now that it's come to an end, positives, negatives, what did you guys think?
The first season was amazing. I would say that was nearly a 9 out of 10 or 4 out of 5. I thought it was really good, well written. It was unexpected. And I think when the first season came out, I couldn't put it down. I watched every single episode and I was just like, oh my God, I had to tell somebody about it. I wasn't as excited about this one. And there was so many gaps in the show. Yes, I think Anthony Starr's character was fantastic. They really developed him and he really carried this, but there were so many flaws that I looked at this and goes, this literally doesn't make any sense. Like, there was things that they showed up at certain places where you're like, how did they get there? Or they broke out. Like, one of the things that didn't make any sense to me, these guys are some of the most wanted people in the country, but yet they walked around with no disguises and no one seemed to notice. And you're like, okay, could have been better, mate.
For me, I just watch it purely for entertainment. That was it. I just wanted some entertainment. Season 1, I binged it. So it was boom, 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 boom. Season 2, dropping those 3 episodes and then waiting a week and then a week and then another week. Nah, that kind of killed it for me anyway. So I have to build it up. So I built it up and then watched 5 episodes all at once. And that's where it me. So it was entertaining. I enjoyed watching it. Enjoyed the first one more because I didn't know what to expect. Actually, with the second one, you didn't even know what to expect anyway. Crazy mad, but entertaining nonetheless.
Yeah, I hear you, Des. Like, definitely, I can agree with that. I hate to have to wait a week to watch things. I am a proper 21st century film viewer or TV viewer. I like to binge watch things. And I found myself watching it every week because there seems to have been a bit of a lull in the amount of top quality stuff online lately. Now there's another lockdown coming into play for the people in the north of England. I'm hoping that there's a lot of content coming out. I'm praying those releases go straight online. And that did kind of ruin it for me because I wasn't watching it in a uniform manner. So maybe I was forgetting a few things. But you always look forward to certain things when you're watching stuff like this. And for me, it's definitely about the characters. There was a couple that stood out to me and that were my favorites. Who were your favorites? I'm interested to hear. And has it changed since the first season? Have you grown away from a character or towards one?
No, my favorite was Queen Maeve. She just reminded me of Wonder Woman, just that attire. I liked her. Maybe it's the red hair. I don't know. Yeah, she was just doing something for me. She got my vote. I really enjoyed just watching her on screen.
I would have said Homelander because he was really excellent again in season 2. But Stormfront really stole the show, in my opinion. She was excellent. It felt like she was the leader of the 7 and main character of the show, considering she only came into the show in season 2. So I think she did really well. She held her own, coming into it with all these other big characters that we grew to know and love in the first season. and you know, she just put a stamp on it, and I think that's impressive.
That's interesting to hear the contrasting characters that stood out for you guys. Now, another thing in the series that stood out for me is the special effects, which there are a lot of. Blood, gore, it was all there. And you guys know I'm a fan of a movie or a TV series that knows how to make sure the blood is seen. Do you think it's been money well spent, though?
The special effects I thought were really good. It was one of the best aspects of the film. I thought it was fantastic. And you can tell they spent money on quite a lot of scenes and they're quite captivating.
Special effects in season 2, they were mad crazy. I mean, I know one of your favorite parts was when they were broke into the hospital and you had that guy with the muscle between his legs. And that was coming around like a snake, just going around and getting people around the shoulder and all that kind of stuff, man. It's like, what? The way Homelander flies, how he shoots off the ground, shoots up in the air, man. I mean, come on, man. Superman's got nothing on it. When Homelander takes off, it's just like another level. Special effects, amazing.
I believe you lot didn't mention the sex scene that he had with Stormfront. I thought that was so funny. The way like he was lasering her tits and flinging her on the wall, both fighting each other, having some mad crazy sex. Yeah, I thought that was wicked as well from an effects point of view.
I still really want to know about the muscle. You have to always think about what was the director thinking or the producer when they wrote that in. Let's have a muscle go around the guy's neck. What muscle should we have? Should we have an arm? No. We're going to have an enlarged penis go around. But that is what you expect from the boys.
Yeah, but that character, the character, something sausage, you think he's called. He's in the comic book, so that's why they bought him.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah.
But when they were writing the comic book, what were they thinking?
The graphic novel.
That
graphic
Garth,
novel.
his name, isn't it? Garth Edwards or whatever his name is. That Garth, what was it? Garth what? He created it anyway. Him nasty. Nasty.
So basically, I still don't know. What is his superpower?
No, apparently he's really strong, isn't it? And so that must be really strong, apparently.
Now, The Boys season 2 has come to an end. You know what that means. People are looking to the future. They want to know, is there going to be a season 3? But more importantly, do we want a season 3?
Hey, it is clear where they're going. There's not only going to be a season 3, there's going to be a season 4, 5, and 6. You can tell they're getting a cult following. People are going crazy about it. They've left it open. And you know what? I just expect the next season is going to be crazier, dirtier, and there's going to be a lot more filthy scenes to come.
I would like to see more of Mother's Milk, like his story. I like his character, so I'd like to see more of what's going on with him and his father in the past and stuff like that, and his like OCD tendencies. I would also like to see the stories be a little more connected between characters.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward for season 3 and a 4 and a 5 and however long it goes. I've got the graphic novels as well. I just yet to read them. But yeah, they left it open, man, blatantly open. You know, I mean, that's what's pulling in everybody else now into Amazon. You know, if you're not watching Netflix, you're watching The Boys on Amazon, straight up.
Yeah, I definitely want to see season 3. I think there's definitely going to be a season 3. Similar to what P said, they're probably going to do a 4 and 5 as well. I heard the news that they're going to bring in a character called Soldier Boy, who was the first, you know, suit in that story. So it'll be interesting to see where they're going to go with this. Yeah, I'm really excited to see it.
Soldier Boy, the rapper.
Soldier Boy, tell him, yeah. Superman now. Oh, wait. There is so many connotations.
God.
Come on. I'm definitely excited to see where it goes. This is the evolution, and it's only going to get bigger, and it's going to get more interesting, and it's going to get way more complicated. But the most important thing when we're watching anything and reviewing it on Chatterbox is how many stars it got.
If it wasn't for season 1 and how great season 1 was, I would have given this a lot higher. So you know what? I'm just going to just give it a solid 4.
I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. And I would have gave it 5 if it wasn't for Carl Urban's accent in the series. Like for the most part, it was bearable. It was cool. But then there was moments where it was too grating for me. So that's the half that's gone. 4.5 stars.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4. I'd have given it 4.5 if I'd seen a little bit more of the Deep and Ear Train. You know, give them something else to do, man. Not just let them sit in the background and say yay and carry on like two little kids, man. Give them something else to do. You know, paper round or something. Go and do the shopping or something like that.
There wasn't really anything in the film that I really thought was bad. Like there was no negatives for me. Yeah, there were some characters I didn't like. Yeah, there were some storylines that I really didn't find that interesting, but I wouldn't say they were bad. I wouldn't say that it was enough for me to rate it down. So this is getting a full. Boy, you bet I can't wait for the next season and the one after that and one after that. And hopefully the movie and then the spin-off and the prequel season and all of that, man. I'm so excited. Anyway, listen, more important than our views is your views. Hit us up in the comments. Tell us what you thought. Tell us what you want to see in season 3 from The Boys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget the notifications. Hit us up on the socials and tell us what you're watching or what we should be watching. My name's Dan. This is Chatterbox and you got your boy P. The ladies love Andre.
See ya.
Come on. It's the brother Sean. And obviously, it's the OG Des.
The old man, yes, yeah. All right.
Hey, you're the youngest here, bro. Trust me. At heart, you're living like 21, my man. This is Chatterbox. We can't wait to see you guys next week. I am definitely looking forward to what's on the list. Andre, please don't let it be some sleepers. Peace, love. Yeah, this is Chatterbox.